I call my power back to me from any person, place, entity, from every space, portal, time, and dimension, from every connection, attachment, and vector where I left it. Anyone and anything that is attempting to siphon my energy, you do not have my consent. You do not have my consent to use my vitality. And I call my power back. I now release that which is not my own. I lay down the weight that doesn't belong to you and the weight that does. I forgive all things, all people, and all others. I forgive myself. I cloak myself in a golden light of protection, impenetrable. I shed light to my shadows and lovingly work on my insecurities, my flaws, and self-destructive habits that causes me to flow in the way I was not created. I honor those parts of myself and I love them to life. I love them life. Any and every soul tie is now disconnected. You say, I say. You see, I feel. So shall it be on all timelines, present, past, and future, seen and unseen across all spiritual realms. For many years, I have been silent, but no more. Today I will share my testimony and give you a short background on who I am. Because I am who I say I am. And I am Khadijahtouray, your keynote speaker. Welcome to Nellie's Place. Here at Nellie's Place Incorporated, we will focus on trauma and pain, turning pain to power by using the WHO program that I have designed. And let me explain. The WHO program is willingness. Be willing to work hard, because to be a generational curse breaker, you're going to have to work hard. And it's going to be painful. And it will hurt. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it's a walk in the park, because it's not. And then there's the H to our program. The H is honesty. You must be brutally honest with yourself. So deep within, face that crying little girl, that crying little boy. Embrace that little child that was abandoned when you were very young. These are things you will have to do to be brutally honest. And then there's the O, openness. Be open to change. And change is not always easy, but very much necessary. So let me give you a brief testimony. And I'm going to go back in time. Now, when I was a little girl, my lifestyle was very traumatic. I did not know my father. My mother died when I was 8. My grandmother, who raised me, was emotionally detached, so she didn't show a whole lot of love in a loving way, but she did love me. And then I was molested. And then on top of that, I learned about jealousy, envy, and betrayal from my sisters. All of this was done to me before I was 10 years old. But I'm here today to say that with the painful experience, that I transmuted it into power. Because today I'm stepping out on vulnerability. And vulnerability, I have learned, is not a weakness. It is a strength. And it takes courage to expose your vulnerable side. And we all have one. But a lot of us are afraid. Fear is the paralysis analysis. Fear will stop you from healing yourself, embracing that tiny child inside that was abandoned by your parents. But I'm here to share with you how to transmute and become a greater version, an authentic, and come back to your authentic self. It's still there. It's got to work with it. You've got to be willing to work with it. Because some of the people that are with you right now, they're not going where you're going. Some of the people that are with you right now are not going where you're going. And it's going to be hard because you love them. But it's dead weight. Release it. And move forward. Elevate. It is time. If you were called as a child, that black sheep, they call you weird. They call you crazy. They call you strange. Trust it. You are part of the chosen tribe. And chosen ones, you will not fit in. So stop trying to fit in where you don't belong. There is a soul tribe for you. Some biological families that we have, we're born into, they are there to awaken us. That's all. So stop trying to fit where you don't belong. Yes, you stand out like a sore thumb. Because you are the authentic sheep. You're not the black sheep. You're just born into a family of black sheep. So rise above that. It is time. Transmute that pain. But however, keep the faith. Trust and believe the love will carry you through. And if you finish the faithful race, just on the other side of the faithful race is abundance. Yes, everything you want, need, or desire is there. But you can't give up. Even when it's not what it looks like. Because love's still going to carry you through. But you got to press on through it. Push through it. It's hard. But don't give up. You got this. If I can rise above it, and that's just a few of the things, because that was not the beginning of my trauma. My trauma really started. That was the introduction. But it started after I became a young adult and got out in the world on my own. Oh, I met all kinds of men that were low vibrating. Yeah. So, I say to you, turn your pain into power. Don't wallow in it. Don't stay there. You don't belong there. Accept it and move on. Stop saving seats for those that do not even care what happens to you. Stop lingering and hanging on and trying to prove something, trying to get someone approval who will never approve you. Because the Almighty Creator, the universe, has already approved you. And on this stage called life, every chosen one is 144,000 of us. And each one of us has a role on this flight, this stage called life. You have yours, and I have mine. But in order to make this a completion, we must all do our part. And there's a difference in completing your soul purpose and completing your life purpose. There's a difference. And I'm going to share what the difference is. A soul purpose is laser focus on a soul mission, and you have been chosen or elected to do this job. And you come to earth as a spirit into a human body to have a human experience. And you must experience it all, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the trauma, the achievement, all of that is a soul lesson in order for us to come and raise the vibration on Mother Earth. So each one of us have a piece to this puzzle of raising the frequency here on Mother Earth. We all have a part to play. You gotta go within, you gotta do the work. That's the soul mission, a soul purpose. Now with the life purpose, which most human beings have life purposes, and what they're focused on is surviving as a human being on planet Earth. And who has the most money, and who's rich, and who's poor, and these are all emotional. They're emotional charged as a life purpose. That's their mission. They're not going to elevate no higher, but they're going to be focused, laser focused on how to stay alive. And we all know this human flesh has an expiration date. If you were born here as a human, it has an expiration date. This avatar is just temporary. So I say to you, are you here do you have a soul purpose? Or do you have a life purpose? And if you have a soul purpose, let's check. Put a 9 in the chat box below. And let's talk about it. I can go on and on and on and long-winded, but I'm not going to hold you. But I want to say this, that I love you, and let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the vibration. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the vibration. Let's raise the frequency. Let's raise the vibration. Time to elevate. Rise up. Wake up, warriors. Your time is now. I want to say thank you for listening, and thank you for watching my video. I ask you to please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. That shows the algorithm that you like my content, and it also tells me that you're listening. So give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe so you can see my next video, which will be about generational curse breaking and how I became a generational curse breaker. Until then, pop your collar. I say peace to the gods and goddesses and peace to Mother Earth. Thank you for watching.